Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Brady. I'm gonna be looking at every single Avatar Last Airbender character in the LGBTQ community. It took a bit of time to compile this complete list, and there is a chance I might have missed some characters. Please let me know in the comment section if I did. However, I'm pretty sure that I got every character in the canon of Avatar The Last Airbender. So I'll be ordering these by when they were announced, or if they were all included in the same medium, for example the role-playing game, then I'll be ordering them by chronological order. Also, if the characters are in a relationship, I'll be including them into one entry. I'll also be including one of the flags from the LGBTQ community that corresponds with each of these characters. So here's the list of all of the flags I'll be using. So happy Pride Month everyone, and welcome to every single LGBTQ character in Avatar Last Airbender. Korra and Asami were the first characters to be revealed as LGBTQ. It was obviously showcased at the end of book 4, but follow-up interviews with the series creators also confirmed that this was a romantic relationship shortly after the finale aired. Their relationship was followed up with more detail in the post-series comic books. Number 2 is Kaya. According to Tumblr user Gayer Than the 4th of July, when they asked the series co-creator Michael DiMartino in 2015 if there were other queer characters in The Legend of Korra, he responded that both Kaya and Aiwei were, among other unspecified characters, members of the LGBT+ community. Kaya was also confirmed in canon to be attracted to women in the 2016 follow-up comic The Legend of Korra Turf Wars Part 1. Number 3, Aiwei. This came from said Tumblr post, and so the evidence may not be explicit enough in your eyes, but the Avatar Wiki seems to be satisfied with this source, so I'll include him on this list. Number 4 is Kyoshi. Kyoshi was confirmed to be attracted to both men and women in the follow-up comic Turf Wars. Number 5 is Rangi. Rangi is the daughter of Kurik's former firebending instructor Hairon, and becomes a love interest to Kyoshi in the novel The Rise of Kyoshi. Number 6 is Zenko and his husband. Zenko is a character from the story Origami featured in Team Avatar Tales. He and his husband are the first married LGBT couple to be confirmed in the franchise. Number 7 is Mingxia and Meilin. Mingxia was Suki's childhood friend and a former member of the Kyoshi warriors, who left Kyoshi Island after disagreeing with the village's isolationism during the 100-Year War. Suki reunites with Mingxia in the comic Suki Alone and meets her girlfriend Meilin. Number 8 is Tayagum and Akuudan. These were a gay married couple that served as warriors under the chief of the Northern Water Tribe in the novel The Dawn of Yangchan. Their inclusion is fascinating because it seems to contradict the Avatar Legends The role-playing game lore. Number 9 is Wen. Wen is a character from the Avatar The Last Airbender mobile game. They are a non-binary archaeologist from the Earth Kingdom who traveled the 4 nations. The rest of the characters are from the tabletop RPG Avatar Legends The role-playing game. They are arranged by their approximate timeline within the Avatar universe. Number 10 is Junyi and his lover. Junyi was a swordsmith who fell in love with one of his clients. However, after his lover's wife found out about the relationship, she had Junyi's lover executed and pinned the murder on Junyi. Junyi lived during Roku's era. 11 is Princess Zeisan and Rioshan. Princess Zeisan was the sister of Fire Lord Sozin. She embraced the Air Nomad teachings and learned chi blocking from the Western Air Nomad sister Rioshan. 2 women eventually became lovers. However, the 2 chose not to be together, so Zeisan could marry the Air Nomad philosopher and leader of the Guiding Winds. Number 12 is Makittuq. Makittuq was a waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe who invented an early form of spirit bending. She was a transgender woman and lived during Roku's era. Number 13 is Bo. Bo is a non-binary air nomad that was the child of 2 elders from the Southern Air Temple who lived during Roku's era. Number 14 is Nyn Chei Massak. Nyn Chei was a Fire Nation inventor and engineer who worked alongside her girlfriend, Massak, who was a boatwright from the Southern Water Tribe. They lived during Roku's era. Number 15 is Qannit. Qannit was the chieftain of a prominent Southern Water Tribe city called Whale Harbor. They were non-binary and lived during Roku's era. Number 16 is Sunlin. Sunlin is a non-binary orphan from the Fire Nation's harbor city who lived during the 100-Year War. Number 17 is Taiki. Taiki was a waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe, who made a legendary name for himself during the 100-Year War. He was a transgender man. 18 is Xiao. Xiao was a master martial artist who was trained by pacifist monks in a remote part of the Earth Kingdom. They were non-binary and lived during the final stages of the 100-Year War. Number 19 is Yuxuan. Yuxuan was a technologist from the Fire Nation colonies in the Earth Kingdom and had a specialty in traps. They were non-binary and lived during the final stages of the 100-Year War. Number 20 is Mosi Sayako. Mosi was a pirate who headed a large fleet during the final stages of the 100-Year War. Despite growing up in a Fire Nation colony in the Earth Kingdom, Mosi became a rebel against the Fire Nation and considered his fleet a safe place for free thinkers. He has a husband named Sayako, and the couple have a daughter named Lily. Number 12 is Hua and Rose. Hua was a firebending criminal from Ba Sing Se following the end of the 100-Year War. Her girlfriend Rose and she planned to elope after Hua escaped from under the thumb of the Paper Lantern Gang. Number 22 is Dalja Ro. Dalja Ro was an admiral of the Fire Nation relief fleet after the 100-Year War. They attended the Royal Fire Academy for Girls before realizing that they were non-binary. Number 23 is Enuk. Enuk was a member of the Southern Water Tribe who gained the ability to airbend after the events of harmonic convergence. They were non-binary and moved to Republic City to the newly restored Air Nation. Number 24 is Akar Jieren. Akar was a mover star who married his long-term boyfriend Jieren. Desna and Eska attended their wedding after they became dual chiefs of the Northern Water Tribe. Number 25 is Rinzen. Rinzen is a non-binary airbender who joined the Air Nation following harmonic convergence. Prior to gaining the ability to airbend, Rinzen lived in Republic City and enjoyed watching pro bending despite being a non-bender. If you're keeping track, that should be a grand total of 35 total LGBT characters. 2 of them were unnamed. We break down the demographics. We have 1 character of an unknown part of the LGBT community, Aiwei, 2 transgender characters, 13 women-loving women, 10 men-loving men, and 9 non-binary people. If there is one criticism I want to give to the amount, I wish we saw more binary trans people. Obviously I'm saying this as a binary trans person, but I think that seems to be, of the characters that are represented, the one that is least represented. And also, I would love to see some asexual, intersex, polyamorous, all of the parts of the LGBT community that haven't really been represented in Avatar: Last Airbender. But so far, I'm actually quite impressed by the amount of characters that we have. I mean, 35 characters is quite a lot, and a lot of those, I mean, more than half of them came just from the RPG. But I definitely think it goes to show what kind of direction Avatar is going to be going into the future regarding these kinds of gender identities and sexual minorities. So I feel like I'm excited to see what happens in the future. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like and leave a subscription. Happy Pride! I have more Pride videos planned this month, so make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications to stay in tune. And I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Bye!